This video is made possible by a grant from the Samuel Connected North Youth Leadership Fund.
Hi, I'm Trevor Hughes, and this is 8-Bit Bytes. Let's go.
Hi everyone, Josh here, Trevor's here too, rocking his new 8-Bit Bytes apron he just got. And this is kind of the opener for today's show, and we're filming the opener in our makerspace. Apologies, it's kind of a chaos zone right now. We're in the process of
building it.
Yeah, we're still building it, and we're also in the process of redoing our bathroom, and this is kind of the staging area for all the building stuff.
Yeah.
But one thing we wanted to bring up today is that for Trevor and I, we actually grew up in a background where we knew that we had Native American ancestry, and for years we just told people we knew, we just didn't know what kind or what to the full extent, because mom was enrolled Chippewa Turtle Mountain Tribe, but we never really had a lot of interaction with them, so we didn't know the full story. And we met this awesome woman named Valentina Lapier, and she taught us about our heritage, because we actually come from a mixed background called Metis or Michif that mixes French fur traders with different Ojibwe tribes, including the Chippewa Turtle Mountain Tribe. And today we wanted to cover with 8-Bit Bytes a food that kind of connects to all of that, which is fry bread. Fry bread, we'll explain more in the actual video, or actually have the people teaching us explain it, which includes Valentina and Carly from the Okie Eats food truck, which mixes Blackfeet and Korean. But basically, back in the day when the Native Americans were forced onto the reservations by the government didn't let them live their traditional lifestyle. They had to eat government rations. They weren't allowed to hunt. They weren't allowed to gather. And these rations were often very low quality, very limited amounts. So they invented fry bread out of that as a form of kind of a protest or resilience food. And out of that really horrible experience arose a food that now is symbol of the resilience of what Native cultures had to go through. And the reason we're filming our opener in our makerspace is we actually have this really cool art piece by Blackfeet artist John Isaiah Pepion. And it's called, first of all, it's a skateboard deck, obviously, but it's actually a style of art that's called ledger art. Because back in the day when the natives were put on the reservations, they were only given very small amounts of paper by the government. In this case, these are actual paper rations for like getting food.
Coupons,
yeah, food coupons. And that's the only paper the natives had. So they started doing art on it, and that art became known as ledger art. And then John Isaiah Pepion took it a step further and glued these actual food ration cards, which these are real. These are not reproductions. These are actual historic U.S. Department of Agriculture food coupons that were given to the natives. He glued it to a skateboard and painted a buffalo on it in the Blackfeet style. And so that is another example of resilience.
Carly, what's your full name?
Oh, my full name is Carly Christina Kipp. My married name is Carly Christina Byung-Ho. My husband is retired Air Force and Korean.
Very cool.
Come on back.
So this is bison chili, and I get bison from our tribe, the Blackfeet. They prairie raised bison. They just started sending them to market so that others can purchase them. It's a big endeavor for our tribe. It's really a good thing for our people. So I use bison chuck roast to make the chili, and just a lot of good herbs and seasonings, black beans.
Carly,
Yeah.
what did you say? It was Inui or
Ini is
Ini.
Blackfeet for bison. Iniwa means many bison. And our people are just now getting back into finally being able to establish language. So we have a lot of learning schools, and we didn't grow up with it, so any opportunity that we have to use it, we use our language, or try to.
Yeah.
So learning.
Valentina, give your full name.
My full name is Valentina Jennifer Kathleen Lapier.
So I got to ask you, Valentina, because you went through a sweat process where you changed your name.
No.
No?
No,
You
I
changed-
went through the legal court.
You went to change your name? How did you get your new name?
Well, that was my maiden name, and I was married, and I wanted my maiden name back. That's
What
all
about
it was.
Valentina?
Valentina is, I belong to a spiritual group that's kind of worldwide, and I wanted a name that would, from the inside to the outside of who I was. And so I received the name Valentina from a woman in Indonesia.
Have you ever done that, Carly? Gone through a name ceremony?
No. When I was very little, we were given names by an elder, but
Do you remember them?
I remember the elder. We were very little.
Yeah.
He was a family friend. From my understanding, when you're little, you're given a name, and then as you grow into adulthood, you can earn a name. But our elders are so few anymore. Having those names given is a very special honor.
This is going to be for the fry bread. So can you give us some explanation about fry bread?
My understanding is a lot of tribes had some sort of bread or dough a long time ago. I know our tribe used ground root. Sometimes it was cooked in bear grease. But the fry bread that people know and associate with Native Americans or Indian tacos started through government rations. So a lot of times those rations would come to our reservations and we were forced to use them. We weren't allowed to hunt, gather, couldn't use our traditional means of eating what we normally would have had.
Surviving off the land.
The government would issue these rations of flour or lard, and many times it was rancid and like unedible. So they cooked it.
What's this first ingredient?
Any all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour if you want, if you don't have anything. So when I think about how fry bread started, the way that fry bread is now, the way we cook it and the way I make it is elevated from that original way.
Yeah.
And I think in making it the way that I make it now, it's in honor of my elders, my grandmas, and everybody who didn't have the ingredients we have now, which is pretty nice. Need warm water.
Warm water? How much would you like?
Just about. This is what my grandpa called grease bread, because that's when they put the shortening. Well, we use lard. I make the one that doesn't have the grease.
Oh, just the water. Do you use powdered milk?
No, I use that on bannock.
So I kind of combine those to make my fry bread. So this is baking powder. Some people use yeast. You could use baking soda, but I don't know that would give you the right rise on it. There's a lot of people that go buy frozen bread dough and whatever they want to do to make their meal. I say go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So salt, baking powder, some sort of fat. So you can use butter, lard. You could even use bacon grease if you didn't have anything. And then a little sugar. Or a lot if you want it like a donut. Yeah.
Here's your warm water.
Thank you.
Things kind of flimsy.
Okay. So I just added a little water. I like to use milk because of the extra fat.
Okay.
And
do you need milk or?
No, you can make this without milk. You can make it any way you want. It's just whatever ingredients you have, you can make it work.
Yeah.
So if you're at home and you've got a tub of margarine, you could use that,
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and buy specific ingredients. The dough's ready, the dough
So
can sit.
that'll rest a little. That'll be good.
You can rest it. I cover it so it doesn't dry out. You could just use like damp paper towel, just put over the top.
Here, our regular towels, I got them all.
Do you have one?
Yeah, tea towels. Or paper towels.
yeah.
We got it. No worries. Who taught you how to make fry bread?
I watched and then moved and realized I didn't know how to make the fry bread dough. I didn't know enough. So I asked questions and came up with my own recipe from what other people said. Everybody does it different, all tribes. But what's the most important thing, Valentina?
That it tastes good.
You have to have a hole in the middle or even more than one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Otherwise
Because it'll cook evenly.
It'll dome and then it won't cook evenly. The middle will get raw or even overcooked.
I did not know that.
So it has to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Aren't they
Cooking
pretty?
fast.
Yeah.
So we have different
Presentations. Mom's doing powdered sugar on that
on
one.
this one. then cinnamon sugar.
Oh, this is cute.
I don't know if you people watching can tell or not, but this table is very big.
Honey, lots of honey butter.
Yeah, Mom loves honey
Oh,
butter.
just let him see.
Oh, is that this one gonna be a sugar pie then?
And then grab a blackberry and a raspberry, please.
Oh, pretty.
And then the whole process of folding it over into kind of a
Empapada. What is it?
empanada.
It's like an empanada. We call them meat pies. Sorry to any Paiutes out there that take
Yeah,
offense.
right.
We don't mean offense. It's an honor to have some food named after you.
Did you take photos of that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it?
What is?
Doing the kind of the line of
Oh. Almost got it. Almost got it. There we go.
I'm
so
glad you like this
this one I
one.
think is
I
raspberry or
tend, I
strawberry.
lean towards savory more than sweet,
Yeah,
so.
dusting on top.
And that's not why the chili's so good, but it definitely moves up.
People like the chili.
It's good.
The bison stew.